Hello, Prudential Sales Executives, for our video message of the week. All right, this week's message is entitled Leading Through Change. Now, I know you've heard this before, but what do we hear about change? Well, change is inevitable. I mean, it's going to happen. Let me give you a great analogy. It's like, being hungry and going to eat and then being stuffed. I'll tell you this much. Yes, for a period of time you're stuffed, but you're going to get hungry again. Change works the same way. As soon as you feel, all right, I've got everything rolling now and everything's exactly the way that I want it, well, guess what? Change is coming. So we've got to be able to adapt very quickly. So I've got 3 tips for you today that I want to share with you that will help you stay ahead of this concept of change. All right, number 1, stay focused on your desired outcome, not on the specific change. It's so easy. We get so caught up and wrapped up in this concept of what's changing, why it changed, what was the catalyst to make it change. All of that stuff just slows you down and doesn't put a dollar in your pocket, nor does it help any clients. What that does is just drag you into the wrong direction. When you stay focused on your outcome, you really don't care why the change happened. You just know it changed. And guess what? I want to accomplish this, so what am I going to do differently to ensure that I can accomplish the outcome that I want to accomplish? Number 2, make sure you stay diversified in your business approach. Okay, this is so important. There is never a good time to not be diversified. All right, so anytime you have all your eggs in one basket, that's not a good thing. We've all talked about it and heard about it, from the REO standpoint to short sales to whatever the case may be, is every time you put all your eggs in one basket, you increase your risk for loss. So the one thing you want to do is make sure you have a diversified business. You're not putting all your eggs in one place. You're saying, you know what, I do want to do that because I'm good at it. I am going to work short sales. Maybe I am going to do some bank-owned business, when it was available. I am going to work with some investors, and I am going to do some traditional business. Because guess what? As one of these adjusts, I'll be able to cut that away and have this other piece there because I was diversified to start with. And lastly, adjust early and do not run with the herd. It's a big problem. Okay, we all wait to the last minute, and then we hear everyone's jumping onto this short sale bus. And guess what? Now we start running with everybody else. You want to get there early. You want to make these decisions, sooner than anyone else makes it. Let me give you an example. Let's talk about investors right now. All right? Investors, I don't care if you're hot and heavy, and there's a ton of investors that you're working with, big time. You are smart, and you know that eventually, as prices continue to move and their returns continue to be compressed downward, there's going to be change. Well, start thinking about that today. And I hope it's at the time when you are as busy as you can be with investors, because that's the time to work in the change. Ahead, while everyone else is doing the business saying, this is never going to go away, you're going to be ahead of the pack, and you're going to be setting that up today, diversifying yourself away, not stopping, diversifying yourself away. So as it adjusts, you've said, you know what, I've now am doing much more traditional business than I was focused on before, and it's great for my business. Have a great week, everybody. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.